Plus, I would assume now you go from 30 to 100 people. That's a lot of moving parts. Like that's a lot of culture change.
Yeah. Well, and there's
I'm,
always a bigger fire.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that ended up being what it was, like HR is a fire, accounting's a fire, and you sort of just like band-aid those together because much more importantly, like, hey, sales is a fire. This trade's a fire. Like I got to recruit over here. I got to fill this team. So there was always just a bigger fire. So the way that we think about like our support teams now to sort of like what the lesson learned was a lot of eyeballs, a lot of redundancy, including external. So I'm not intentionally plugging again the shirt you've got on, but like we are a big fan of like who's watching the watchers. I've most friends of mine that run a big business have been taken for $1 million or more.
Wow.
Like, so who like what's your audit process like? What's your close process like? How tight is it? And that's for accounting, but also like HR. Like who's confirming that you're compliant?
Right,
Because HR becomes a whole situation
right.
after 100. And I think we had no idea what we had built. Like we didn't know if we were, and nobody does, and everyone thinks they're compliant, and then you find out you are not in the ballpark.
Hey, one question I've always been curious about, since you acquired this business through, I believe it was your grandparents, have you always had the support, like, because I'm sure that, your family was kind of maybe set in a certain way, in terms of seeing the business for a long time and being at a certain size, have they always been very supportive of all this growth and ambition and changes? I mean, I'm sure it's easier now than it was maybe when you were going through the mergers and things weren't going your way. Have they always been really supportive, or have they been like, man, why are you taking all this risk?
Yeah, the latter. My family preferred the business small.
Okay.
So it ended up my dad, we did the transaction in two different steps. So the first one I bought 49% in 2016, and in 2019 I bought another 49%, and it was because of that exact issue. I was ready to take on more risk. I was ready to scale the business a little bit more aggressively, and he was not. So I bought out sort of the rest.
Got it. Because you see that so many times, even in my own life, when I went out to business for myself, my
Yeah.
dad, long time blue collar worker, was like, dude, you're crazy. You're making XYZ at this company. You're going to
Yeah.
leave it and go
Yeah.
make nothing. You're insane. And so it's interesting how different generations have different perspectives, and it's sometimes hard to get those to connect.
Yeah, I think it's easy now to look at it and people be like, "Oh yeah, like you did it, you're successful, you're whatever." But like sure, yeah, there's 150 people, it's a big freaking business. Like yeah, totally makes sense. But on the way up, I saw it. My wife saw it.